Welcome everyone. In this video I have started factorization. Even you may say that this video is a complete package where I have given you proper introduction about factorization, as well as I have shown you all the methods of factorization and solved sums based on all the methods. So let's start. In junior classes we have learned about vectors and multiples, where we have seen about like factors of 6 is 1, 2, 3, 6. Multiples of 6 is 6, 12, 18, 36, 24, etc. So now we are going to learn its advanced form. Factors: when an algebraic expression can be written as the product of two or more algebraic expressions, then each of these expressions is called as factor of given expression. The process of finding two or more expressions whose product is the given expression is called as factorization. What I want to say, just now I have discussed about example about the junior school classes, that for 6 we may write 2 into 3. We have learned all these things in junior classes. There we have seen only numbers, but when someone will ask me that factor we have factorized 6 as 2 into 3, if someone will ask me that factorize this algebraic expression, then I will factorize it like this number into this number. So here again same process is there, but advanced form of factorization. So what I did here, the process of finding two or more expression whose product is the given expression is called as factorization. As I have shown you here as an example, in previous chapter we have written the formula that a square minus b square. In expanded form we have written a plus b into a minus b. Here same thing we have to understand. When we will multiply these two numbers, the product will be this, and when we factorize it, then two numbers will come in this way. So these are two factors of this algebraic expression. Similarly, if we will solve this algebraic expression, these two factors will come. Okay, so if someone will ask you that factorize any algebraic expression, it means we will move from here to here. If someone will ask you that multiply these two factors and get the product, all algebraic expression will get this. Okay, so overall what I have written here, we can say that factorization is the reverse process of multiplication. Okay, now different methods of factorization. First is factorization by taking out common factors. Second is factorization by grouping of terms. Third method, factorization based on differences of two squares. Fourth method is factorization of trinomials. I hope you must have learned about binomials, polynomials, trinomials in junior class. And in this method we will use by splitting the middle term. Fifth method is factorization of sum or differences of two cubes. On the basis of each method, one exercises are given in ICSE ML Agarwal book 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, 4.4 and 4.5. So in my further videos you can see that we have used which method in which exercise. But here in this video I am going to show all the methods one by one. I am going to explain about each of them with examples. So let's see the first one, factorization by taking out common factors. Exercise 4.1 is completely solved by this method. In this method what we will do, we will take out common factors. Like the question was 8xy cube plus 12x square y square. So we have to think what is common here. Something common is there. Since 8 and 12 both are multiple of 4, so I have taken 4 as common. Then x is factor of both the terms, so I have taken x as common. Y cube and y square, so we may take y square from both the places. So what is left here, it comes out from the bracket. Now what is left here, because 4xy is y square is outside the bracket, so here is 2y, because when we will multiply we will get it. And from here 4 3s are 12, x is outside the bracket, so 1x left, and y square is completely outside, so this is our answer. First factor and second factor. First factor is 4xy square, second factor is 2y plus 3x, and here your answer is over. Second question, 14m 22m minus 62p. Now we have to think what is common here. Not any variable is common. See, here is mn and here is also m, but here is no m, neither n. Similarly, not p is common in all the terms. Now we will see that then what is common. 14 is multiple of 2, 22 is also multiple of 2, and 62 is also multiple of 2. So I have taken 2 as common. So what is remaining terms? Here is 7mn, because 2 7 are 14, 2 11 are 22 m, and 2 31 are 62, so 31p. So first term is this, first factor is 2 and second factor is this one. These are the two factors. If someone will tell you factorize this is the answer. Okay, now say this question, 15a into 2p minus 3q minus 10b into 2p minus 3q. Now I am thinking what is common. Here is the first term, here is second term. Out of these two groups, what is common? We can see 2p minus 3q is here as a multiple, and here also 2p minus 3q is present as multiple. So I have taken it as common, 2p minus 3q. Then what is remaining number here? Here is 15n and here is minus 10b. Now I have seen that 5, we may take 5 as common because 15 and 10 both are multiple of 5. So I have taken 5 out of it. Then 5 3s are 15a, 5 2s are 10b, and this term is written as it is. So there are three factors of given expression, that is 5, 2p minus 3q into 3a minus 2b. So that is the answer of this expression. Now one more example, if 10a into 2p plus q whole cube is equal minus 15b into 2p plus q whole square plus 35 into 2p plus q. Now the question told me that factorize it. So I was thinking, okay, this is the first group, second group, third group. What is common here? I can see 2p plus q is here as well as here, but here power 1 square and cube. So 1 times we can take as common. So I have taken 2p plus q once. So what is remaining thing here? Here is 10a within bracket 2p plus q whole square, and here minus 15b 2p plus q, and here 35. Okay, this is outside the bracket. Now what? Now again I can see that 10, 15 and 35, these three numbers are multiple of 5. So I have taken 5 as common outside. So already this was common factor. Again one more thing is coming out as from bracket, that is 5. Now here is 2a and the numbers are as it is. 5 3s are 15 and 5 7 are 35. Rest thing I have copied as it is. So three factors, first factor, second factor and third factor. These are the three factors of given algebraic expression. So this is the answer. Now our second method, factorization by grouping of terms. Now in this method we will there are three steps. So I have written it, arrange or assemble similar terms together. Step 2, factorize each group by taking out common factors. Third, now take out the factor which is common to each group. It means you just see the question, then I will explain you. X cube plus 6 plus 3x square plus 2x. What we need to do? First of all, we will try to use first method. That is anything common in all the terms. We have to check it. We will try to utilize first method. So I am trying to find out anything common in all the terms. No. Now I am thinking about second method, that we have to assemble similar terms. So which are the similar terms? So I have assembled x cube and 2x together, 3x square and 6 at the end. So out of these two, what I can take common? I have taken x as common. Then what is the remaining thing? It is x square plus 2. And here what is common? We can take 3 as common. Then what is inside the bracket? Here is x square and here is 2. So that was our second step. First step, what we did? We have assembled the number. We brought this number here at second place and we shifted these two, second and third number, at third and fourth place. So this is called assembling or arranging the number, similar terms together. Second, then in second step, what we did? We take out some common factors from the groups, from different group. From this group something else is common, and from this last two numbers 3 is common. Now step 3, now take out the factor which is common to each group. Now we have seen that out of these two groups, x square 2 is common in both the situation. So x square plus 2 is common here. So what is remaining thing? X plus 3, and here is our answer. These are the two factors of this given expression. So I hope these steps are clear. Step 1, step 2, step 3. When you will see that nothing is common out of the given numbers, then what we did? We assembled the similar terms. Then we taken something common from different groups. Then we found that from each group there is common factors. We took it out and reached to our answer. Second example, 1 minus a minus b plus ab. Now again I have rearranged the numbers. I have taken minus b at second place and shifted minus a at third place, Then what happened? Nothing is common between first two terms, so I have just written 1 as common. So within bracket 1 minus b, and from these two I have taken minus a as common. Then what is the remaining thing? Here is 1 and here minus b, because minus into minus will be plus b, or here is minus a, so I have written plus 1, so plus minus minus. Now we will see that 1 minus b are present at both the places, so we have taken 1 minus b as common. So what is the remaining thing? It is 1 minus a, and here is our answer. Now question number 3, one more example I am doing here. 3x square y minus 3xy plus 12x minus 12. Already the numbers are arranged, so what I did, I have taken 3xy from both the terms as common, because out of 4 nothing is common. We can take at 3 as common, that is also okay, but what I did, 3xy I have taken as common, so what is remaining thing here? Here is x minus 1, and from here I have taken 12 as common, so x minus 1. Now from first group and second group we have taken x minus 1 as common. Now what is remaining thing here? 3xy, and here is 12. Now in this step you can see I have taken 3 outside as common factor, so 3 into x minus 1 and 3xy, 3 4s are 12. So these are the 3 terms, 3 factors. Now third method, factorization based on differences of two squares. Here is completely use of one formula which we have learned in chapter expansion, where we have seen differences of two terms, a square minus b square is equals to a plus b into a minus b. Wherever you will see that there are two numbers and they are in this relationship, we will use this thing. Directly we will say that these are the factors. For example, I have written here 4x square minus 25y square. So instead of writing 4x square, we can write 2x whole square minus 5y whole square. So 2x square minus 5y square is what? A plus b, a minus b. This is 2x plus 5y and 2x minus 5y. Directly we use the formula a square minus b square, that is a plus b and a minus b. So these are the two factors of the given algebraic expression. That's why this method is known as factorization based on differences of two squares. Now 150 minus 6 square, this is a special case that if some I will think that can I use directly square of numbers? No, 150 is not square of any number, neither 6 is square of any numbers. Then what we will do, first of all, here two methods will be used. First, taking out common factor, so and then second, use of this identity a square minus b square, that is equals to a plus b into a minus b. Because when you will take something common, then you will see that okay, these are the square of few numbers. So as I have taken 6 as common, I knew that 25 6 are 150. So here is 25 and here is minus a square, and 25 is square of 5. So 5 square minus a square. Now we will use this formula a square minus b square, that is a plus b into a minus b. So first factor is 6, second factor is 5 plus a into 5 minus a. So there are 3 factors of the given expression. So we have to think that it is not compulsory that only one method will be used at one place. We have to think and decide which method will be correct for the given expression to get the factors. Now one more example, 4a square minus b square plus 2a plus b. So we have seen that these two terms are in the relation of a square minus b square. I have written 2a whole square instead of writing 4a square minus b square and 2a plus b. I haven't disturbed last two terms. First of all, I am solving these two, a square minus b square, so I have written a plus b into a minus b, that is 2a plus b into 2a minus b. Now when I am thinking about these two, I just put a bracket so that it is clear to see. Here is 2a plus b, here is also 2a plus b, so we can take 2a plus b from this place and 2a plus b from this place as a common. So here 2a minus b left and here is nothing, so we will write plus 1. So these are the two factors of this algebraic expression. Now coming to fourth method, and this method is factorization of trinomials. You must have learned about binomials, trinomials, polynomials in previous classes. In this method we will use midterm splitting method, that is factorization by splitting the middle term. What are the rules for this method? And this rule is for any quadratic algebraic expression. See, this is a quadratic equation, quadratic algebraic equation. I have written here ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0, where a, b, c are real numbers, means 1 2 3 4 minus 1 minus 2 anything. Okay, so what we have to do, first of all we will arrange the numbers in this way. Algebraic expression, c is at front, bx is at third place, x square is at middle. First of all we will arrange in this way that x square terms will be at first, x with its multiple will at the place of second term, and constant will be last term. So I have written step 1, always arrange your equation in this order. Second, bx, because the name of the method is middle term splitting method, so bx is middle term. It means according to the name of the method we need to split b into two numbers such that n1 into n2, n1 and n2, we have to split b into two terms, two numbers if they are n1 and n2, in such way that if you will add both the number with plus plus sign or with minus minus sign, that must be equal to b. Or if you will subtract both of them, either n1 minus n2 or n2 minus 1 n1, that must be equals to b, means any of these case must be valid here. Okay, and second thing is that when you will multiply these two numbers which you have splitted from b, when you will multiply these two numbers, that must be equal to the product of coefficient of x square and the constant term. You got that? See here, I have shown here that those two numbers whose sum or difference is equals to b, their product must be equal to the product of the multiple of coefficient of x square and the constant, that is n1 into n2 is equals to ac. For example, let's see what is given in next pages. First example I have taken here, that x square plus 5x plus 6. See, there are three terms, that's why it is called as trinomial. And I am going to, already it is arranged in proper way, that x square term is first of all here, as a first rule was that arrange in this series. The quadratic equation is in this way, so already x square number is at first, bx, that is 5x is at second, work as second term, and in place of c 6 is written. So already my numbers are arranged in proper way. Now I have to split 5x into two terms. So what I have decided, that 5 is equals to 3 plus 2. It means 5x can be written as 3x plus 2x, 3 and 2. And my second rule says that when you will multiply these two, it must be equal to product of coefficient of x square, that is a, and c. So what is coefficient of x square? Here is nothing, means here is 1. So 1 into 6 is 6. Okay, so 1 into 6 is also equals to 6, and these 3 into 2 is also equals to 6. It means we have chosen correct two numbers. We have splitted 5 in correct way, that is 3x plus 2x. So now what I am going to do, instead of writing 5x, I have written 3x plus 2x, right? And first term as it is I have copied, last term as it is copied. Now these three terms became four terms. So we will take something common from first two terms and then something common from last two terms. Let's see what is that. Out of these two terms I have taken x as common, then what is left here, x, and here 3. Out of these two terms I have taken 2 as common, then what is left here, x plus 3. I hope it is clear. 2 3 just 6, right? Now from first group and from second group you can see that x plus 3 is present both the places, so x plus 3 is common. So what is remaining thing here, here is x and here is 2. So these are the two factors of given algebraic expression. For this we have to do this thing. This midterm splitting method is especially for trinomials, where you will see there are three terms. Okay, one more example, x square plus 6x minus 7. Already my numbers are arranged in proper way. Now middle term is 6x, last term is minus 7, and first term is 1. You be careful about the sign. So I have splitted 6 into two terms, that is 7 and 1, that when 7 and 1 will be subtracted, answer will be 6. It means 6x can be written as 7x minus x here. And then we have checked that second rule will be verified or not, that last term into first term, minus 7 into 1 is equals to minus 7, right? And this is also 7 into minus 1 is minus 7. It means we have chosen the correct thing. That's why from both the side our number is verified. So instead of writing 6x we have written 7x minus x. So what is common in first two terms? You see x is common, so here is x plus 7, and here from here I have taken minus 1 as common, so inside the bracket there is x plus 7. Now what is common? Here is x plus 7, from here I have taken x plus 7, and from here also, so what is remaining thing? Here is x minus 1, so that there are two factors, x plus 7 into x minus 1. So I hope now it is clear that what we have to do in mid-term splitting method, we have to split middle term into two terms by following some rules. Okay, one more example. 5 minus 4x minus 12x square. As you can see that numbers are not arranged according to algebraic expression. So in this way we have arranged here, first of all x square term, then x term, and then constant number. Now middle term is minus 4x. So what I have decided, okay, first term and last term, that is minus 12 into 5 means minus 60. We have to select any two number whose product is equals to minus 60. Not only 60, you have to think about sign also. And since minus 4 is there, so we have to choose two numbers whose sum or difference is equals to minus 4, but whose product is equals to minus 60. That's why I have shown with this red ink mark. So minus 4 we can write minus 10 plus 6, because plus minus means minus number will be separated and sign will be of bigger number. So naturally minus 10 plus 6 is equals to minus 4, and when we will multiply minus 10 into 6, this will be equals to minus 60. That is also verified. So I have chosen these two numbers. Okay, and there are different methods. We can do factorization also. I will teach you in during exercise when we will solve exercise 4.4, that how you will get the correct numbers, how you will split the number in correct way. So minus 12x square is as it is I have written, and minus 10x plus 6x, why I have chosen, explained already here. Then plus 5, then from first two terms what is common? Minus 2x is common, so what is remaining number here? 6x, and here is plus 5. Now plus 1 is common, so here nothing was common here, so we have taken plus 1 and within bracket 6x plus 5. Now here is 6x plus 5, here is also 6x plus 5, so I have taken common 6x plus 5. So what is remaining thing here? Here is minus 2x plus 1. This is your answer. You may arrange it 1 minus 2x. So these are the two factors of your trinomial. Okay. Now our last method, factorization of sum or differences of two cubes. These are based on completely based on two formulas of expansions, that was a cube plus b cube is equals to a plus b into a square minus ab plus b square, or a cube minus b cube is equals to a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square. In both the situation, you just think that whatever given as expression, you set that expression in this form and directly write these two factors. Okay, for example, I have written here 8x cube plus y cube. Instead of writing 8, we can write 2, because 2 into 2 into 2 is 8. So 2x whole cube plus y cube. As we got this expression which is just like a cube plus b cube, what we can do, we will utilize this formula, and thus we got two identities. So I have written 2x plus y, and in place of a square minus ab plus b square, I have written 2x square minus 2xy plus y square, and just open it. 2x square means 4x square and y square means y square, and these are the two factors, first bracket, second bracket, these are the two factors, and your answer is over. Now here I have taken one example of subtraction, 8x cube minus 1 by 27y cube. So instead of writing 8x cube, I have written 2x whole cube minus 1 by 3y whole cube. Now I knew that formula of a cube minus b cube is this one, so I have just used this formula and kept put all the values on its places and got two factors, and here is our answer. So children, this will be the end of this video, and after this I will start one by one the sums of exercise 4.1, and it will continue till 4.5. Till then, bye bye.